Now, we do have a very interesting announcement for today. I think very much I'll try to be short because I have a number of sort of notes and now I'm completely lost around my notes. So I'll try to be short. Yesterday we had a very interesting actually, first of all, I would like to congratulate Riinvest. Neglect these things because I feel that this is my sort of my home, so we tend to forget. So congratulations for the 30th anniversary to Riinvest and to everybody that has been engaged with Riinvest. Now let's move on. We had some very interesting panels yesterday. We heard a number of interesting things yesterday. You heard a lot about, let's say, institutions, productivity, transformation, green transition, technology upgrading and dissemination, human resources, infrastructure, and all that. So in the panel today, I think we're going to delve a bit further into all these issues. So I'm very pleased to very briefly sort of announce what we're going to hear today. Our friend from Croatia, with his colleagues who is running the airport, now is going to look or explain a bit more about sectoral transformation, technological transformation, and how it affects firm-level productivity. Then the movement, I think, Fisnik and the rest have dropped, so the second presentation is not going to happen. Hopefully we'll have another chance to do this presentation. Then we move to our friend, former, again, Riinvest colleague, Fadil Sahiti, who is going to present a book chapter. Congratulations on your book first, and then we will hear a very interesting sort of recurring topic of industrial policy. So I'm very keen to hear Fadil's finding on this, and then we move to sort of work that I've done, well, actually my colleagues have done, so me did some polishing at the end, but it's their contribution. We have Adrian here who is going to take over with this presentation on actually two things. I should know a bit more about this, but there are two issues that he's going to treat. So we're going to look into consumption, energy consumption determinants, and also the effectiveness of some government programs to support, actually to subsidize.
Then we posed some objectives for studies. Then we made literature review and tried to open new methodological issues, which I explained shortly yesterday when we research a combination between use of technology, adoption of technology, and employment of new employment in Croatia in 2019. Then we made estimation by models. I will explain shortly findings, conclusions. These conclusions divided in two parts. One which confirm or non-confirm our hypothesis, and other obvious implication which is more relevant for Riinvest for these events like this one. So technological transformation is a concept I would like to say is new one. A lot of people talk about digital transformation and mixed with technological transformation, but I think it's thanks to I think this is my idea why it's important in terms of methodology, and hope it will be followed by other people, by other researchers in the future. As I said to you, as I said to the audience, technological transformation is a pretty new topics. When we work on some type of volumetric analysis, we finished yet. we found that in previous time it was used for the long-term changes in technology, but now issues, research went to the sectors, to the short run. This could be very easily explained because we are witnessing in very short time opinions of various type of technology in relative short run. This work will not talk even about artificial intelligence technology. We are just concentrating on the period 2009-2019. So it's not up-to-date paper in terms of transformation, but this is not Focus. Focus is a show how to measure this change. So I hope it would be applied for the analysis, for the analysis in the.
Today, the paper that I was doing together with colleagues from the Southeast European University in Lietuva, it's kind of an idea, like a pilot project that we would like to do something about the research and empirical evidence about the AI, the artificial intelligence and its impact in the higher education, which actually has been a growing debate over the last few years. So even myself, I'm kind of quite new in this kind of research. So any suggestions and comments for this paper that is still in work in progress, are welcome. So what it is about? I think that being most of us part of academia and higher education here in research, we are all considered and we are all aware about the rapid adoption of AI in education, especially after the COVID era, right? We are aware that we have to integrate the artificial intelligence as a part of students' education. In higher education, how probably the programs should be reshaped, right, by integrating the artificial intelligence. There have been a debate about all the benefits and costs of the artificial intelligence, not only in higher education, but in every other aspects of our lives can bring, right? It is about, and what do we need here, what we would like to investigate here, primarily is first how the students perceive and what is their perception about the effects and the benefits and the cost from the artificial intelligence. How do they perceive it and how they usually use it in their everyday life while studying. The literature review, the studies that have been done so far actually are quite limited because it's actually.
I feel Riinvest as my home because I used to work, imagine, for Riinvest like 22 years ago. So it seems to me, Professor, harshly like yesterday. So because I met some colleagues, some people whom I shared that very difficult time of Kosovo. Congratulations, Professor Mustafa, and I hope you're going to continue with this because you are one of the unique, I would say, organizations not only in Kosovo but in the region. So going back to my presentation, so my presentation is not a typical research paper, so you are not going to hear from me about hypotheses or hypothesis testing or other typical concepts which are related to the research papers. My presentation is about a chapter of the book that I have published last year, which is not perhaps directly related to the topic, but indirectly could contribute discussion that you have had here yesterday and you might have here today. Actually, we had published a paper, not published, it was accepted, a paper that I have developed with one of the well-known scholars, Professor Radoshevich, but I didn't have time to prepare for the presentation. It was directly related to this topic. So The thing or the things that I'm going to talk to you today is related to the policy making. It is chapter 6, I think, of 8 other chapters. It has to do with the way that 3 countries which have been the subject of my analysis, my country, Kosovo, Albania and North Macedonia, how do they proceed in developing, designing and also implementing industrial policies.
This is a paper we are finally trying to publish. It has been around for some time. We did it together with my PhD supervisors, and we also involved other people because, you know, in a way we think this is an important topic, and as many people to get involved would be very good for the publication. So yeah, that's for the first time we did a meta-regression, and I'll show you now why we were influenced to do this and why I think this paper is a good topic for this specific conference. Yeah, first of all, the paper looks at economic growth and how we can influence economic growth, and specifically looking at entrepreneurship as one of the ingredients of growth. So that was our main aim and motivation when we started this. The second motivation is that while reading many papers on this topic, we found out that perhaps there is a tendency for publication bias. Many papers were reporting positive and significant results, but in our view, a majority of them were lacking on rigorous methodological approaches. So our idea was that perhaps there is an issue with this, and authors are trying to find positive and significant results so that they do not get rejected by journals in different countries. So that was one of our objectives, to see if there is some publication bias. The second one was, you know, if there is publication bias, we wanted to see if there is still some genuine effect, and if entrepreneurship has still some effect on economic growth, and if that effect is positive or different. And then, if we are finding that there is publication bias, we wanted to see what is causing that publication bias, and what kind of heterogeneity there exists in the literature. You know, reading many papers again in this field, I think we were surprised to see how many different variables authors were using. So ranging from the recent global entrepreneurship monitor data sets and the constructs they do there, but also ranging back from I don't know, self-employment data, also net birth rate of firms, and many different variables that the studies were using.